This is the Kiera finished build.
It's right here on Earth.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Trust here, and this is my 2023 dream PC build. It turned out absolutely gorgeous. It took about 2 years to buy all the parts for this computer, but it's finally here. I hope y'all do enjoy the process of me building this computer. It was a lot of fun. Now into the specs for the build. For my CPU, I went with a Ryzen 9 5900X. This is a 12 core 24 thread CPU, and I'll be able to do just about anything I want to do with this CPU. As far as RAM goes, I went with 64 gigs of Vengeance RGB Pro DDR4. As far as my GPU goes, I got the 4070 Ti. She's a beauty. It's made by Arrow. It's got like 12 gigabytes of VRAM. As far as a motherboard, I went with the Asus ROG Strix X570E gaming motherboard. This thing had great reviews, so that's why I went with it. As far as storage goes, I went with a MP600 Core XT. This is a 4TB M.2 SSD. For my second SSD, I went with a Western Digital 2TB SSD. And then I also went with a 4TB hard drive. For my operating system, I just went with Windows 11 Home. For my CPU cooler, I went with the iCUE H150i Elite Capulix. This thing is gorgeous. As far as my power supply goes, I went with an 850 watt power supply from Corsair. And then also I went with an LCD kit display. If you guys don't know what this is, these are what you put on your computer to like have a little animation. You'll often see a lot of streamers with these. As far as my case fans go, I just went with 9 of these SB120 RGB Elite case fans. Let me pull this out the way. It's like pouring down rain and thundering right now. Y'all can probably hear that in the background. This is kind of crazy. Hey, I think like Thor's kind of out there right now. So probably the thing that we're going to be using probably the most is this right here, the actual case, because that's where we're going to be putting everything. And then we'll leave probably the motherboard as well, because that's where you put majority of the stuff. Screwdriver, we'll leave that right there. MacBook right here. Figuring it out things I don't know how to do. This one's first, the case. Gonna need probably a knife for this. Yeah, that's a good idea. Alright, let's go. There it is, the O11 Dynamic. So, first things first, the motherboard. Okay, right there it is. So we have the motherboard right here. As you can see, it looks pretty cool inside there. So now we got our CPU as well. We're going to be putting it right here. There's an arrow right there. And then we're going to be putting it over to the left. So got our CPU. We're going to pull that out and punch that in. Because I'm kind of multitasking. Imagine learning how to build a computer and at the same time trying to film a video and document the whole process at a good quality at the same time. It's kind of difficult because it's like you're trying to do two things at once. This is just a tape right there. And then as you guys can see, we have the Ryzen 9 5900X. It's beautiful. There's this very minuscule arrow right there. that you can just barely see that I have to place right down there. Alright. I'm like really stressed that I'm gonna fuck this up. Hopefully I did that right and didn't fuck up the CPU. Now on to installing memory. So we got these. Okay, awesome. Deadass, it took me like 4 minutes to figure that out. I think there's just something wrong with my brain. Y'all motherfuckers commenting down below, why did it take you so long? There we go. From here on out, I started to put the motherboard inside my PC case. Did explain this, but the audio is too messed up, so. I think it should be good for installing it. Right after I installed the motherboard, I started working on putting the AIO cooler together. This is what cools my CPU, and it was a 360mm cooler from Corsair. It's been some of the most fun I've ever had in a long time, but it's like, it's not easy, but it's fun, you know? So we're gonna now take this out and add this to here before we put this inside our computer. So now that we're starting the LCD, we're going to be removing the original LCD off here, the original RGB one, and then we're going to be adding the LCD upgrade on there. So we're doing that right now. Here is when I started adjusting my chipset socket. Right after adjusting the chipset, we then install the CPU cooler into the case and connect it to the CPU. So I was unsure how to set up my case fans in such a manner that I would have good airflow, so I watched a few YouTube videos and those helped a lot, and then I set up my case fans from there. This is when I started installing the PSU, aka the power supply. Now for installing the hard drive, just pop that in like that. Put the cover right on top there. Got our 4070 Ti. It's that time now. This thing is fucking massive. Time to install our 4070 Ti. Wow. Let's fucking go, baby. She's in there. She's gorgeous. Look at her. She's bad. But yeah, that is the final look at the Kiera PC build. It's like so, just genuinely so clean even without the RGB on. A few things I did have to change with this build was the PSU. I changed that from an 850 PSU that you saw at the beginning of the video to an 1000 watt PSU. Also, there was an issue with the LCD. So I ended up having to get a new LCD. So the one that you saw at the beginning of the video wasn't working, so I had to troubleshoot that for a few weeks. And then I just bought and ordered a new one and put it on there. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed building the computer. Hopefully in the future I can build more computers, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe like a car or like a plane or something like a little bit more complicated. But yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. Yeah, I hope you all did enjoy the video. I guess the whole message to this video is go out there, like build things, like do something with your time. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. Like, if you have a dream, go for it. It took me like 2 years and I've never had no computer building course, nothing. I just watched YouTube videos, and I made it happen through just like hard work and dedication to buying the parts and then also learning how to build the machine. So fuck what other people think, you know, do what you're passionate about, work hard and you'll get somewhere. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you all did enjoy the video. You know, it's been me. If you want to stick around here, stick around here. If not, it's been me.